IRRW.com, home of Ricky Smiley and nonstop jams.
Like I said Thursday night, we try to help. We try to do a little something good in the hood. And tonight we got Mr. Fuller in here trying to help with your money, your finances. Get your business together.
What's up, fam? How you guys doing?
What's up? What's up?
Thank you all for having me in here. I really appreciate it.
All right, now first, before people listen to you, they gotta know what you're about. They ain't gonna just take your opinion just off the cuff. They gotta know a little resume. They gotta know your little resume.
Okay, well, let me give you a little background. First of all, my name is Mark Fuller. I own a company called ManagerofWealth.com. I've been in finance since 1992. I started at 20 years old with 4 insurance agencies. I then in 96 went into the fashion business, so I was in the whole urban clothing revolution with Fat Farm Fubu and all those things. Came back into finance in 2001 when we left the fashion industry and actually got into the mortgage business, and we've had a mortgage brokerage since 2001. And as they say, it's better to be lucky than smart, because of course that business blew up in the 2000s, so we did great there. We have a company now that provides all the optical services for the entire prison system in Maryland.
Oh,
We have a consulting firm. What Manager of Wealth does is works with entrepreneurs and business owners to help them expand their companies, to do their marketing consulting and different things like that. But our most important project is funding black businesses. So this year we developed a product called Manager of Credit that is a 7-step program that can take any entrepreneur, any business owner, whether they're already in business or want to go into business, and help them get access to the capital they need to fund any enterprise.
You see, that's what we're here to help for. Now look, when we come back, I'm 19, 20 years old. I live with grandma. I got a job. What should I be doing with my money besides blowing it on ass and, tits and
Why you pointing at me?
and Chinese food? When we come back, we're going to find out about that.
IRRW.com, we got the money guru in the building, Mr. Fuller. That's it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, what was your question again, Squirrel?
Now, I was saying if I'm like 19, 20, I got a job, a little part-time job, not making a ton of cash, probably live with mom, dad, grandma, don't live by myself. What should I be doing with my money besides blowing it at the club or food or clothes or belts or whatever,
Well, first thing is this.
Remember, though, I'm 19, 20, though, like...
When you're young, I was 19 or 20 and I was getting it. So, I mean, in every sense, I literally, once I got some focus and decided what it was I wanted to do, and all I knew I wanted to do at 20 years old, I started out a party promoter at University of Maryland, right? Doing parties. I knew I liked having money. I knew I liked having money in my pocket. Everybody was crying about being a broke college student. I was not. I wasn't having it. Once you get that first taste of money, however you get it. But also, there was a law of attraction that says that the more money that you have in the bank, the more money that will come to you. And I had a father that taught me that what you should do is any amount of money that you make, 10% of that money is yours to keep. See, only what you actually keep is your money. All the money you pay in bills and all the money you give away and you pay for services, that's somebody else's paycheck. Right? So when you're 19 or 20, I know it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but this was the strategy that I took. Because in my entire life, I've only been employed by somebody else for 18 months.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
And during that time though, I had fallen on little hard times. I took a job, and here's how I got myself back up. Every check that I got, I took 10% of the money that I got. I put it in my savings account. All the rest of the money was in my checking account, right? Paid my little bills or whatever. Because I had my money in savings, I did whatever I did with the other money. When the next check came 2 weeks later, I took everything that was left in the checking account and moved it to the savings account and started working off the next check.
Okay, do it all over
I got
again.
the next check, took 10% of that money, put it in the savings account, worked off the next check. I started getting addicted to seeing my savings account balance go up. So you gotta have 2 accounts, number 1, right?
Okay.
You gotta have, and that savings account is all you.
Doesn't matter what bank you with.
It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what bank you're with per se, because none of them really pay any interest. But I will tell you, a bank that was very good to me was a black bank in Baltimore. Harbor Bank was excellent to me.
Okay.
Joe Haskins is a personal family friend and whatnot. He was a good friend of my dad. He was a good friend to me and giving me advice as I was growing in business. So I would definitely say having a real relationship with your bank and bank manager will matter when you decide
To get a real
that you're
loan.
going to get a real loan, that you're going to go into business and what have you. People need to know you, okay? And so the smaller the bank a lot of times, the better the chance you have of actually knowing the people that work in the bank. If you start there, start with saving 10% of everything, and every time you get the next check, transfer everything that's left in your checking account to your savings account, and your money, you'll look up 6 months from then and you'll see thousands of dollars in your account, even if you were only a 19 or 20-year-old.
You know how hard that is to get that information to a 20-year-old when we were young.
Right.
And now that we're older, we looking back on, man, I wish I would have
Absolutely.
done that. So how can, first of all, you got to have the mindset
Right.
to do that.
Right. And the question is this, you know, we look at people on television, we listen to people, and we say we want to be ballers, and we want to be shot callers, and we want to own a business. Well, that's where it starts, right? So you literally, whatever it is you want to do, let me tell you something that changed my life. I used to live right down the street from here in Baltimore City on Cooks Lane, which is the same street as Security Boulevard. And the truth is that when I started in the insurance business with my cousin, I was scared to death because I knew what I didn't know, right? I had a license and everything, but having a license in the insurance business is like having a driver's license, right? Just because you got the license doesn't mean you're good at the job.
Right.
Just because you got a driver's license doesn't mean you can drive, right? If you read 1 book a month on whatever subject you want to master, within 5 years, you will be one of the foremost experts in that subject. So think about that for a second. 12 books a year, 5 years, 60 books on any subject. I don't care what it is. You will be one of the foremost experts in that subject. That's how I really learned finance. If you come in any house I've ever owned, long before you ever get to seeing a big screen TV, you will see a library. Okay, all I have is shelves of books. I had to teach myself what I wanted to learn before there was a Google.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I had to go to the bookstore, pull it up. Now, I mean, Google, I would have crushed it with Google. Right? But I literally was buying a book, I was reading it, and it was reducing my anxiety, right? Because I was in my mind, I was sitting in front of clients and wondering if do they know
They don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I only know this much, but I don't know this much.
Right.
And then I got great mentors. But even before that, my secret to really taking off and becoming a person who really knew more than the average person in my field was really just learning what I want to learn. And I'm not here to tell people what they should be interested in. You know, be interested in whatever you're interested in, but you're going to have to prove that, and you're going to have to prove that by really becoming a specialist, because one thing is true of this entire society. This society does not financially reward anybody who is a generalist. If you know how to do something that's just really broad and general, they pay very little money for that. The big money is only paid for specialists, right? The big money is only paid for specialists. Everybody knows when you go into certain specialties that they're going to pay. Now, guess what? When you go to the University of Maryland, it's going to cost you $30,000, whether you study basket weaving or whether you study medicine, right?
Yeah.
But one person knows what they're going to make. They know what the bottom base of that is. This person knows I'm starting at 150, 175,
And wearing the top off.
and this person ain't really sure, right?
Don't go to school for basket weaving.
Well, unless you also study internet sales and can find the type of people who want to buy baskets, and then go to school for basket weaving with a minor in marketing.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, catch a seminar, how do they go about doing that?
If you're looking for me, the easiest way to find me is to call our 800 number. It's 833-429-2733 or 833-4BizCred. That is our company that is right now just on a tear funding black businesses because, and I'm gonna tell you why. I saw this meme on Instagram that said it is easier to get a $200,000 college loan than it is to get a $20,000 business loan.
Yes.
And that is absolute BS. It's just you don't know how. There's a process to it, and you absolutely can fund any business, any nonprofit, any dream that you have, and it's literally about doing the paperwork and the process right. And so that's why we formed that company. So anybody that I can help, our door is always open.
And they're a client with us too, so we can run that chop. So we're good.
We are. You hear the ads running all day.
Yeah, so thanks for coming through. Hope somebody, a millennial, heard that and can get their 10% together and start chasing their dreams.
Yep.
Thanks for coming through.